一次只需1颗子。
不闲聊。
这枚硬币将决定我的命运。
I'm the superpower bulldozer. The steel arms that push it all over. I am the bulldozer, strong and mighty bulldozer, clearing the way, the pyre steadily ensure. Superpower bulldozer. 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. I am the bulldozer. strong and mighty bulldozer, pushing back steadily and sure. Superpower bulldozer. 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. I am the bulldozer, strong and mighty bulldozer, pushing stones steadily and sure. Superpower bulldozer. 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. I am the bulldozer, strong and mighty bulldozer, pushing anything steadily and sure. Superpower bulldozer. Superpower bulldozer.
The wheels on the bus go round, 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 round. The wheels on the bus go round, 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 all through the town. The driver on the bus goes, oops, oh no, oops, oh no, oops, oh no. The driver on the bus goes, oops, oh no, all through the town. The passengers on the bus bounce up and down, up and down, up and down. The passengers on the bus bounce up and down all through the town. The horn on the bus goes moo, 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 moo. The horn on the bus goes moo, 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 all through the town. The wipers on the bus go wiggle, 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 wiggle. The wipers on the bus go wiggle, 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 all through the town. The doors on the bus go bang, clang, crash, bang, clang, crash, bang, clang, crash. The doors on the bus go bang, clang, crash, all through the town. The people on the bus go, ah, what's next? Ah, what's next? Ah, what's next? The people on the bus go, ah, what's next? All through the town.
Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Daddy wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, go away. Come again another day. Mommy wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, go away. Come again another day. Brother wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Sister wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, go away. Come again another day. Baby wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, go away. Come again another day. All the family wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. All the family wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain.
B. Bus. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round
Tyrannosaurus, big and grand, in a dino world you'll forever stand. Your tiny arms and toothy grin, you spread joy from deep within. Its roar was loud, its footsteps bold, but deep inside it had a heart of gold. Chasing its friends in games so merry, Tyrannosaurus wasn't scary. With a waggle of its tail and a playful hop, it joined in the fun, never to stop. In the land of
I love
dinosaurs,
Bluey.
big
It captures
and
this magic in
mighty,
children's cartoons that few shows are able to achieve. Any children's show is meant to instill good values into the audience, so that the influence-prone kids are meant to pick up on the nuances of the characters, and then they can use that to develop a perception of the world. That's why shows directed to children have this pressure to demonstrate good morals and ethics. They're targeted to a portion of the population which is prone to impactful long-term influence. A good show can do more than that. A good show doesn't need to rely on easy-to-target kids to convey a message or learnable meaning. A good show can present its morals so that every viewer, no matter their age category, gains both enjoyment and meaning. I still go back to old cartoons that I used to watch as a kid, and it's staggering just how much some of them hold up. Some people demand too little from animation, claiming it's supposed to be bad because the shows are for kids, but really that's just not true. A show doesn't need vulgarity or gore in order to present its ideas. It doesn't need sophisticated writing or intense cinematography. Hell, sometimes the show may not even make sense, but if it can convey emotions and messages in a way that's digestible to all audiences, then it exceeds being a kids show. Some of my all-time favorite movies and shows are those intended for audiences far below my age group, a trend that will likely be common for a lot of people watching, and a recent craze which has taken over the internet about a show coming from Australia has sort of proven my point on that. Admittingly, I was hesitant on Bluey at first. I thought it was just going to be annoying and stupid, and something that furries had just taken a huge liking to because Bandit was dad material or something. Like, it's furries, that's not an outlandish assumption to make, but the show itself is extremely compelling. For one, I spent many afternoons in bed or on my couch watching through episodes of the show, and when I look at any form of media, I take most interest in writing and characters. If I don't like the writing or the dialogue, or the main character is just so unlikable to me, I can never get into a show. And sometimes writing can make the characters feel like they're playing a caricature of themselves. Like I'm not watching actual people talk, just machines made out to act like characters. That's why authenticity matters a lot to me, as to not break my immersion in a show or franchise. To back that up, if I find the plot that these characters travel upon to be engaging and interesting, concluding in a message for me to take away, or I just find one of the characters hot. You know, something my dad once told me is to never pass up on opportunities. So hey, if there's an adult character in a piece of media that I find attractive, then I'm game. The characters in Bluey are in a natural setting with writing to make them feel authentic. For example, Bluey uses real child voice actors, but not in a way to make them overbearing or annoying. Instead, they're in a way that makes them feel like a relatable innocence.
Is that a leaf?
On a mission to right
Are
what's
you
wrong.
a leaf?
Now I know some people will say this is unrealistic because children are little devil creatures, and I guess I wouldn't fault them for saying that. Bluey gets passed though because they're adorable and they mean something to me. It would be wrong to say that Bluey and her sister Bingo are completely childish caricatures in a way with little depth or introspection. They're capable of mature complex thought which is still realistic to children, but capable in adults. They aren't childish solutions, they're just simple. You can't sit a kid down and explain a complex thought to them, and I think that the creators know that.
Does that make sense? No. Okay, do your best, kid.
Instead, in Bluey, what they do is explain the simplicity through the mind of a child and how they would navigate a solution, which always ends up in them solving the problem in some way. In the real world, we all grow up to be grown children, and sometimes grown 17-year-old boys like me like to tackle simple problems with complex solutions, when the answer may just be to communicate if you're uncomfortable, or understand a simple life lesson that we skimmed over in our race to solve the issue as fast as possible. To me, that's the beauty of this show, to have children demonstrate the simplicity of life and the ways in which it fluctuates. It's simple because that's all it needs to be. And I like that, it's like comfort food. I'm still getting the messages and the writing that I like in my media, but it's in a more digestible package. Animation-wise, the show doesn't blow me away. The way in which the characters move seems pretty standard. There's nothing that I have to call out as bad, but there's nothing really to write home about. Where this film does excel is through its color palette and backgrounds. God, sometimes these backgrounds are just just straight up gorgeous, especially when it incorporates those purples and maroons during night settings. I still think it's nowhere near contention to be amongst the best in terms of visuals. Sometimes it's just sweet enough to carry the enjoyment without being distracting or bland. Although you gotta keep in mind that this is a kindergartner's show. If you look at any other kindergarten show, you don't see these forms of backgrounds and visuals. So among that lane of content, it does stand out as a visually compelling show. Another way that this show stands out is how the setting and the supporting characters combine into a specific niche that isn't tackled by most other popular cartoons. I'll tell you a story. I grew up with the American cartoons in countries that were foreign to me. I didn't care about American football. I played rugby where I'm from. A show could share a message in a beautiful, introspective way, but if I can't relate to the characters, then it's kind of all for nothing. I know if I were a kid today, I would have connected with this show on a much more personal level. Nowadays, I can stop watching the show and move on with my life, but as a kid, seeing Bandit Dreamer playing touch rugby and then celebrating that with his kid, that would have chipped away at my heart, making it a lot easier to self-insert into the characters. It would have been mind-blowing as a kid to see that and feel that representation. That's why people call for better representation in shows. I know some people like to joke that it does nothing and kids don't actually care. They just insert themselves into anything, but real talk, you're just wrong. Seeing something that we relate to or a character that reminds us of someone in our personal lives makes a show that much better. I saw a lot of my own dad in Bandit, not just with the rugby connection, but in a lot of the ways he talks to his kids. There's not many shows that feel like they're transferring adults back into their childhood like this one. And even the slight details such as the characters calling each other mate or bro, they add another level of personality to the show that is cool to see coming from New Zealand. And I mean, I know this show is Australian, but there's several similarities to Australia and New Zealand, at least enough for the show to cater to both sides of the Tasman. But for those living in Brisbane, there's even episodes of the family travelling around there. I mean, there is a map on the website showing exactly where parts of the show's locations are, which you can see the backgrounds are drawn directly from the locations photographed. This would have been sick. I would have freaked out over something like this as a kid. Of course, that being if it was from my country, which it isn't. I'm from the country over. I live in New Zealand, with the accidental little sibling of Australia. We exist, and that's about it. Back to Bluey, there's something that's legitimately special about the world building of the show and how it appeals to people's nostalgia. Sometimes the show's biggest fault is it's so idealistic that when seeing the kids get along so well at kindergarten, it can make the adult audience feel guilty of the lives these kids are living and how they respond to situations. The characters are absolutely flawed, but then those flaws get resolved, and it feels like there's no regret or guilt to be had, which isn't exactly realistic to many people's childhoods. I've always been a very anxious child, right? I never got to dance in front.
很轻啊，像个痴汉。
你看你会干倒我吗？精彩美，精彩美。
你个小黑子，你有本事去单走。
Sun radiances and the moon shines.
天上天元，佢嘅毒神。
你 救不走，救不走，一会儿你弟就给你传走。
Did someone call a doctor?
우리 사마의 지혜요고!
砍个大卫就想吃我队友，砍个大卫就想吃我队友。
这个小猪的这个银色，这银色面的，
不缺，溜了都是。
借我用用吧。
不要赢了，不要赢了，我赢了。我要赢了，我要输家。
去，
借我用用吧。
我要赢了，我要赢了，我要赢了，我是那个。
溜了都是，太老溜了，借我用用吧。
不去，
不缺，溜了都是，太老溜了，你个。I'm going to show you the process of making a skit in Gacha Life.
Yeah, you've been playing Gacha Life a lot this summer.
I'm addicted.
This community has a massive problem with inappropriate Did someone call a doctor?
It is an honor.
Never miss a single clue.
行，那你跟我带你吃也好吧。
You want a perfect example of how animation and cartoons have changed in our lifetime? Adventure Time, Gumball, BoJack, Regular Show, Rick and Morty, what do all these modern shows have in common? They all do a great job of using nuance to appeal to practically everyone and every age. But Rock Bottom is an example of how little good shows, or maybe older shows, need or needed to make an episode work. The episode, this entire episode, hinges on essentially a singular joke.
Why didn't you say so? Next bus leaves in...
Yup, that sound. That's pretty much the episode. There's the bus gag and a little bit of horror thrown in, but this is about as simple as show writing can possibly get. With all of the tools animation allows, SpongeBob made it work with this. Modern animation, even some of the shows I listed, certainly have their moments of simplicity as well, but it was SpongeBob's bread and butter for years. Or maybe that's just me. You want a perfect example of how animation and cartoons have changed in our lifetime? Adventure Time, Gumball, BoJack, Regular Show, Rick and Morty, what do all these modern shows have in common? They all do a great job of using nuance to appeal to practically everyone and every age. But Rock Bottom is an example of how little good shows, or maybe older shows, need or needed to make an episode work. The episode, this entire episode, hinges on essentially a singular joke.
Why didn't you say so? Next bus leaves in...
Yup, that sound. That's pretty much the episode. There's the bus gag and a little bit of horror thrown in, but this is about as simple as show writing can possibly get. With all of the tools animation allows, SpongeBob made it work with this. Modern animation, even some of the shows I listed, certainly have their moments of simplicity as well, but it was SpongeBob's bread and butter for years. Or maybe that's just me. You want a perfect example of how animation and cartoons have changed in our lifetime? Adventure Time, Gumball, BoJack, Regular Show, Rick and Morty, what do all these modern shows have in common? They all do a great job of using nuance to appeal to practically everyone and every age. But Rock Bottom is an example of how little good shows, or maybe older shows, need or needed to make an episode work. The episode, this entire episode, hinges on essentially a singular joke.
Why didn't you say so? Next bus leaves in...
Yup, that sound. That's pretty much the episode. There's the bus gag and a little bit of horror thrown in, but this is about as simple as show writing can possibly get. With all of the tools animation allows, SpongeBob made it work with this. Modern animation, even some of the shows I listed, certainly have their moments of simplicity as well, but it was SpongeBob's bread and butter for years. Or maybe that's just me. You want a perfect example of how animation and cartoons have changed in our lifetime? Adventure Time, Gumball, BoJack, Regular Show, Rick and Morty, what do all these modern shows have in common? They all do a great job of using nuance to appeal to practically everyone and every age. But Rock Bottom is an example of how little good shows, or maybe older shows, need or needed to make an episode work. The episode, this entire episode, hinges on essentially a singular joke.
Why didn't you say so? Next bus leaves in...
Yup, that sound. That's pretty much the episode. There's the bus gag and a little bit of horror thrown in, but this is about as simple as show writing can possibly get. With all of the tools animation allows, SpongeBob made it work with this. Modern animation.
Yo, what's up guys? If you play Among Us and want to take your gameplay to the next level with mods, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install custom servers for Among Us for better experience in playing awesome mods, like Town of Host, and other Among Us mods. These custom servers can be installed whether you're on Windows, iOS, or any instructional custom bad file by clicking this button. Then, just double click on it. Your antivirus might try to prevent it since it's an unrecognized app. Just a disclaimer, this is the easiest method, but use it at your own risk. You can use the second or third method if you want to be safe. After that, the custom servers will be added to your game. You only need to do this once. If the first method didn't work for you, you can try downloading the regioninfo.json file here. After that, copy this text and then locate your Among Us folder by pressing Windows R, and then pasting the text you copied, then press enter. Replace the existing regioninfo.json file with the one you just downloaded. Once you restart your game, you will see the custom servers installed. For the third method, if you have region installed, you can download this config file from the link in the description. Then, replace the config in Among Us. BPNX config folder with a new one. Custom servers will now be available in your game. Now, let's move on to installing custom servers for iOS and Android players. First, open Among Us on your device. With the game still open, go to your web browser and go to the same link given in the video description. You can choose which modded or custom servers you want to install by clicking their buttons, or you can also install all custom servers if you want. Once you've installed these custom servers, you won't need to do it again for that server. Now you can enjoy joint custom servers to play Among Us mods on both Windows or mobile devices. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to support my channel. And if you have any more questions, you can ask me in the comments. Thanks for watching.
"23 illegal things to never do in Among Us." Among Us is a game all about the fine line between teamwork and betrayal. So whether you're an imposter trying to slip by or a crewmate trying to stay alive, these are the zero IQ plays that you need to avoid at all costs. And hey, that red subscribe button is looking pretty sus, so make sure to vote it out and keep us all safe. It's free and it helps out a ton. Number 1. You ever hear that idle hands are the devil's tools? Well, it's no different in Among Us. If you're the secret killer and you're just hanging around like a lame duck and not doing anything, you're gonna look super suspicious to the rest of the group. For a game that's all about moving around and doing tasks, there's no reason you should be standing idle. And the same advice goes for any crewmates as well. As soon as you finish your task, you should not hang around for any reason. There's still so much you can do, whether that's checking cams, running laps around the base, you get it. Number 2. Those first few moments out of the cafeteria are some of the most important in the game. So in that case, don't make the mistake of running off by yourself and splitting off too much from the pack. Anything that sticks you out like a sore thumb is sure to get you called out in any emergency meetings. And plus, first impressions are everything. If the rest of the crew sees you split off and become an outcast right at the beginning of the game, you're gonna be marked that way for the entire rest of the round. So don't mark yourself in the first few minutes and try to go in a group when you head off. Number 3. Being defensive is the clear mark of a liar. So if you're in a pivotal team meeting and you start to point fingers at other people to accuse them, you're going to really look like you're trying to divert the attention off yourself. As the imposter, your goal should not try to be directing the flow of the conversation, but instead, lay a little low and actually play along if someone else gets accused. Needlessly blaming others is a clear sign you're under pressure, and you don't need to show that as the calm and cool collected imposter. Number 4. In a game that's this synonymous with deception, alibis are the name of the game. And in heated moments, they're the only thing that's going to keep you on that ship instead of out in the cold darkness of space. So if you go into one of these pivotal calls without any idea what you did the last round, that's instantly putting a target on your back. Which could very well mean an instant end to your lifetime as an imposter, or instead, just removing needlessly a crewmate. Regardless of which role you've been playing up to that point, remember to keep a firm grasp on what you've been doing during the round. And especially in the details, because that's where they like to hit the hardest. Number 5. It's pretty common knowledge to not kill when anyone's around. But even if physically the coast is clear, you gotta make sure to look out for the little signs around you. And that is, if you've got a kill plan in any of these locations and you're not looking for cameras and red lights as you do it, then you could instantly be setting yourself up to get called out. These are not hard to check for, so just make sure to keep your eyes peeled, and if you really can't avoid killing next to a camera, then what you're gonna have to do is sabotage the comms and do it that way. Number 6. In concept, venting is a huge advantage for the imposters, but if you don't use it properly, it could be a real giveaway for you. So by no means should you be needlessly vent hopping around the map. Keep in mind, this is a non-lethal way for the other crewmates to be able to point out that you're just the imposter they're looking for. So every time you hop in one of those gateways, you're giving them the perfect opportunity to call you out in a meeting. And moreover, don't go about using these fast travel points in really easy to catch locations, whether that's on cameras, out in the open, or even just places with high traffic. Don't get me wrong, they're key parts of your strategy, but they're just that, strategy. Don't just use these willy-nilly. Number 7. As an imposter, you carry a lot of stress trying not to get figured out. So it's easy that if you get accused, you want to actually turn against that person and take them out. And while it's understandable, it should absolutely not be a part of your game plan. If you kill your accuser right away, then it's going to be too obvious that you're trying to get rid of any leaks. So instead, keep your murderous tendencies at bay and let them live to see another day. Or round, I guess. Number 8. Since standing around isn't a great idea, faking tasks is the game you gotta play as an imposter. Although if you're not careful, that can become a dangerous game quick. You see, while some tasks just involve standing up against a wall and killing time, others have way more of a visual element. Which means if you're trying to fake a med-based scan or shooting at asteroids, you're right out of luck. Instead, you should be avoiding these things like the plague and only do them if someone asks you to. Otherwise, even with all the acting skills in the world, the lack of special effects is going to be a dead giveaway. Number 9.
Dramatic of a change yet. No one.
Nào cùng bơi kỳ xuất sắc chuyên xử lý những nhiệm vụ khó để mọi người không còn nhăn nhó. Nào cùng bơi
gói và sẵn sàng vận chuyển.
Chuẩn bị phóng nào. Chuẩn bị phóng nào.
Không cần phải lo lắng đâu Tino. Tụi mình đã chuẩn bị một thứ rất hoàn hảo để có thể giúp.
就想处理掉一个 bug。
so serious. Now, who is the real joke?
I must sample this buffet.
Got some scouting to do.
他们本该逃走的。
I don't have to hide anymore.
真是讽刺！正义的警长为了复仇，接受了地狱的力量。
我从小就喜欢烟花，我现在就想看。
The best bait is not a bait.
Nothing more exciting than getting chased by imposters.